Hello, beautiful people, and welcome to the very first edition of Lee's Lost Souls. So, like most mediums, I can be anywhere doing anything, and I'll have spirit knocking at the door saying, my loved one is just on the aisle one over, and she'd really like a message from me. You should go talk to her. Or I'll be in the restaurant and say, that table right there? Yeah, that's my son. Can you go say I recognize the promotion he just got? I'm so proud of him. Hi there. I know you're in a hospital to visit your loved one, but my daughter is in the room over there and she's not sure if I'm going to be at the gates to meet her, and I'd really love for you to tell her that. Would you? My answer to all these souls is always the same. If you want me to talk to your loved one, you have to bring your loved one to me. It was the rules I was taught, and it's the rules I operate by. I don't believe in walking up to a perfect stranger and saying, hey, I have your dad here and he's got a message for you. I think that would be shocking, to say the least, and perhaps off-putting. And I don't know where their headspace is at. I don't know what their belief system is. So who am I to throw a wrench into the works for them? No. However, I had this inspiration, and I'm sure it came from them, to every once in a while allow for a spirit to step forward, and I will identify them. I will give the evidence of who they are, and I will share their message. And I'll do that right here on my page once a week. And that lost soul looking for their loved one is then out there for you to claim. So you're going to listen to what I say and what I share. You're going to see if you identify with the spirit that I'm communicating with, and then you're going to claim it as yours. And you can just do that by, I hear you, Dad. I hear you, Grandpa. I hear you, Auntie. Thank you for the message. That's all you got to do. If you're drawn to having more information about your loved one, you feel it's for you, you can certainly book an appointment with me at intuitivelyspiritualmedium.com, or you can just take the information as I laid out here and listen. Yes, it can absolutely resonate with more than one person. If I say I've got a grandfather here and he's looking to speak to his son, and yet you recognize the evidence as your grandfather and you're not a guy and you don't identify as male, it is simply your grandfather piggybacking on this ride to get his message through. So please know that yes, even if you don't resonate with all of the information, if this resonates in your heart as being for you, then trust that it is. Okay? So, shall we start off with our very first lost soul? So as I came in today and was doing my meditation, I very much got the feeling of a paternal grandfather in my presence. Now, this paternal grandfather, I see him as being rather tall. I would say 6'2". I see him as having slightly rounded shoulders. I feel like this is almost like he's carried the burden of life, if you will. He's quiet. He's definitely a hard worker. I see the calluses on his hands. He works with his hands. And he may work on equipment or machinery of some sort. Again, he's very quiet. I don't feel like you would hear this man laugh out loud. I feel like if you knew he was laughing, if you saw his shoulders shaking, right? He would sort of chuckle quietly. And I feel like even if you heard it, it would be like a deep chuckle. But I don't feel like he's that kind that would guffaw and slap his leg. I don't feel like that he's like that at all. I'm seeing daisies. So this is my symbol for simple persons. So when I say simple, I mean simple pleasures, right? They weren't looking for the next latest and greatest of anything. They were just sort of dealing with whatever life dealt them, and they weren't seeking higher ground. They're just simple man, simple pleasures is what I'm getting for this guy. Like a good plate of food would have made him happy, right? You didn't have to go out and buy him like a gold encrusted watch or something like that. I think that would have been something that he would have not even wanted, never mind aspired to. So I do feel like this person, this grandfather, this paternal grandfather is speaking to his grandson here. And I do feel that the grandson was under the age of 21 when grandfather passed. So I'm definitely getting that image. And I feel very much that sometimes the grandson sort of wonders, do you see me now? And I feel it's because this grandson has had to do a lot of work. Grandfather is saying that things were tough, things were challenging for a long time. A lot of challenges built in there. But this individual has managed to overcome those challenges. And it was like mountain after mountain after mountain. And I feel like the crawling out of there happened like a hill at a time. You may have gotten down there a mountain at a time, but coming out was like a hill at a time. It's been a long haul, but you've gotten there. And what I'm getting is from grandfather is, yes, you've had some tough years, but those tough years have made you tough. And he's telling me that you're actually still a very vulnerable person, that you allow yourself to feel your feelings and speak about them. But that's part of the process that you've come to over these many years that you've been on your healing journey. And really what I'm getting from this grandfather energy is, yes, I see you. I am with you. I have been on your journey. I have watched you grow and learn and overcome. And I am so incredibly proud of you. What a beautiful message. He says that you need to own the work that you've done, that you're very humble about it, but you're almost like too humble. Like you go, yeah, I've come a long ways, but man, I've still got some work to do. And that may very well be. You may feel like you've got more work to do. But grandfather says you need to own and allow for the accomplishments that you've already had. You need to be allowing yourself to recognize and pat yourself on the back a little bit. Yeah, you might have more work to do, but celebrate how far you've come. All the steps that you've made it this far. He said it's an incredible journey, very inspirational. You need to share your story, and he's incredibly, incredibly proud of you. So thank you. If this is your grandfather, I thank you for giving me the room to allow him to come through, share this message, share his evidence. And again, if you connect with him, all you have to do is say, thank you, grandfather, I received the message. Of course, if you'd like more information about this grandfather or any loved one that you might have in spirit, then please just reach out to intuitivelyspiritualmedium.com. I'll get you booked in. And I will be back next week with another of Lee's Lost Souls. Blessed be everyone. Have a wonderful day.